Hey everybody, welcome back to Large Batch Media. This is Drew. Today we got a good old Strixhaven Set booster box. Looking for some Mystical Archives cards. On the hunt for that, that demonic tutor like everybody else. On the hunt for the Japanese Mystical Archive cards. And whatever else we can find here. Maybe we can find some sweet list hits. So, really like this set. As a D&D expansion, I don't know. I haven't really played it. I've talked with some friends who play D&D on the regular, and they really dislike it. Mainly just because it doesn't really fall into line with the rest of the D&D stuff as far as he's concerned, or they're concerned. And it's a little bit overpowered compared to everything else, according to them. So I don't know. I haven't played with this expansion. When I play D&D. I'm doing a different set of stuff, so I don't really care one way or another. But I do like the product. I like the lore to it. I like the idea of it. I like the cards. So, without further ado, we'll get cracking on here. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Spring has sprung, so it's been interesting seeing all the different things going on, and everything's coming alive, and people are coming alive, and hormones are kicking on and all that stuff, so hope you're all doing well. Might have a little list hit right here, so there we go. Let's see what we got. And there's our first art card. Got a little swamp. But, I like the spring. This is a nice time of year. Wow, it's horrible. Let's try that again. So where I'm at here in Texas, this is the time of season that, it's really nice. It's not 1,000 degrees yet, so I'll take it. And there we go. Starting off with the Mythic. Very nice. Religious Witherbloom. And these Elder Dragons have held up in price, which I appreciate. And there's my first Mystical Archives card. We got Brainstorm. A little foil there. And the Brothers Yamakaze. I don't know what to do with these. I think I'll just leave it over here. So, one of the more common list hits. I think I have several of those, but that's okay. We'll take it. Keep it moving. Alright, so I've got maybe a mini game this time. What do y'all think? Let's see. There's our art card. Another swamp. And, a nothing card. Not even a mini game. Oh, that's alright. Keep it moving there. And I'll try and keep a good eye on those sorceries. I know there's occasionally a rare sorcery in there, although, whatever. I didn't really play the sorceries. I never got into the sorcery thing. I don't know. I had a couple people I play with, kind of worked on, used the sorceries and went with those, but it never held my interest. It wasn't anything I really pursued too much. What about y'all? Let me know. And there's my Mystical Archive card with the Grape Shot. And then the Tenured Inkcaster uncommon foil there. Yeah, so let me know if y'all use the sorceries or not. So I've been back playing Commander again. I think I told y'all that last time. I was starting to play, so I played my third game or so last night. And had a good time. I enjoyed it. I made a new deck from scratch, which I always appreciate doing. I'd been using a pre-con before that. And my deck did alright. I was very happy with the way it worked out. I didn't win, but, that's alright. I had a good time, which is what it's about. Okay, there we go. Our second Mythic. Body of Research. I don't know how good of a Mythic that is, but we'll take it. Along with the Snakeskin Veil from the Mystical Archives and a foil Leyline Invocation. So what did y'all think of this set? With the idea being it's a wizard school and all that sort of stuff. Some of you guys may be in school still, maybe a little close to home. I don't know, maybe not. Wow, that was a lot of commons in this pack. Okay, literally all commons and one uncommon. That's crazy. Tempted by the Warwick. I've played with that card quite a bit. I actually like that card. Thrill of Possibility, and then an uncommon Practical Research foil as we go into the next pack here. So, you know, if you're not in school, maybe your kids are in school. You know, do you play Magic with them? If so, like, what do they think about this set? Do they think it feels like the way school is these days or not? And then we have the Culmination of Studies for our rare and a Fervent Mastery. I think this is my first double rare set there. And a Crushing Disappointment. And then the Whirlwind Denial for the Archives. So nothing too spicy here yet. I've got a couple of mythic hits. I got one deep hit right off the bat. I might have a list hit here, so we'll see what we get. Got a Foil Island. I don't think I've hit a rare sorcery yet, but I have a few more uncommons this time. And the Hall of Oracles. One of those good commander cards there, Commander Lands, and a Faithless Looting from the Archives. Create foil, and there we go. We have a mythic list card with the Weatherlight, which I'm pretty sure I've hit that card in this set before too. I have opened a few boxes of this, so not surprising, but at the same time, you know, I'm always down to get a little something else. Down to clean with a little bit of something else. Oh, we got a little something down there coming up. Try to hide it, but you know, here we are. Wow, a lot of commons again. A Decisive Denial. The Strict Proctor for our rare. Village Rites. And Sign in Blood is a Mystic Archives rare there, foil. Okay, nothing super spicy, but that is a cool card. I think it looks good. I think the Mystical Archive cards in their foil look pretty decent. Here we go. Let's see if I can keep stuff hidden this time. Alright, we got the Inkling there. Uncommon sorcery that time. And the Access Tunnel. There we have the Auric Lore Mage. And Valentin, Dean of the Vein. Along with Lisette on the back. And then obviously we have Despark coming up. I don't know if anybody plays that or not. And then a foil Snow Day. Yep, I had some snow days when I was in school, way back in the day. I don't know if any of you did, if you lived in an area. I'm not from this area of Texas, from up in the Arctic part of Texas, so I've had some snow days. Looks like we might get a list card there. Let's see what pops up here in a second. Here we go. So Devastating Mastery. Pretty expensive card. 4 white. That's pretty crazy. Defiant Strike. Fervent Mastery is a foil rare. And the Aven Riftwatcher, common from one of the Future Sight sets. Something in that block. Alright, so I got maybe an ad card again here. Oh, and a signed art card. Just for our own amusement there. Oh, another blankie. Goodbye. Alright. So there we go. Still no rare sorcery. So anybody else have snow days? Like anybody from up north? Oh, wow, one uncommon again. And we have the Hall of Oracles for repeats. Double major. Can be a pretty decent card. I have played with that one a couple times. It works pretty well, especially in that color scheme. There we go, and the foil Biblioplex Assistant. Alright, so that was the end of the first column here. We're going into the next row, or the next column here. I don't even know what this is. Oh, here's our Magic minigame. How exciting. And there we go. There's our rare sorcery for Teachings of the Archaics. Put it with the rares, even though it really doesn't go there. I don't think... Oh, so I've got some spice back there again. See what we get. The Hall Monitor, Detention Vortex, Secret Rendezvous, and the Silver Quill Silencer. for a cleric. If anybody plays cleric deck, cleric angel bolt, and a rare lightning bolt, which is kind of funny. I've been getting a lot of lightning bolts, so I don't know what's up with that. We have the foil uncommon Ott, which is, you know, it's decent. So it's like we're going to have another mini game here. This time we have the Booster Sleuth. So I was looking on one of those websites that like sells all the cards, and I didn't realize that some of those mini game cards and some of that stuff can be like super rare, and like they're worth like a couple bucks. I was like, what? Thought those things were like pennies because, you know, there's a bajillion of them, but apparently they have their own rarity and can be hard to get. Prismarine Command, good card. Selfless Glyph Weaver, another good card. Venturous Impulse, and then the Ardent Dust Speaker and foil. Does anybody still play with these cards when they play Commander? There are some pretty decent cards here. I know a lot of people are, you know, doing MH2. It's foil mount in there. Cards and a lot of the new sets, and especially with Commander. But I think, you know, I still play with several of these cards. I think they look good. I have a few of the Demonic Tutors out of Mystical Archives. I just have the regular one. Oh, and there's our third Mythic. Again, another, not a super exciting Mythic here. We have Mavinda, the Student's Advocate. Ooh, Day of Judgment for the double Mythic. Board clear there. And a foil Prismarine Campus land. Scry land there. So double Mythic. One out of the Mystical Archives, but fortunately that probably means we won't see the double, the Demonic Tutor, but, you know, who knows? Who knows? See what our future holds here. It's my millionth elemental token. Does anybody save your tokens or have a token box that you use, or do you just kind of add your tokens to your decks and like just kind of put them with those decks, the ones you need for that particular set? Just curious. I keep them in a box myself. I mean, it's come in handy a couple times. There's a rare land. Land cycle was interesting in the set, and there we go. Claim the Firstborn, Abraham on the back. And a couple closing statement for our foil uncommon. But they come in handy, so when I play with other people, you know, sometimes when they don't have their own tokens, you can kind of provide. And does anybody play these mini games? Like, I always see these mini games. I don't know anybody who actually plays them. I've never known anybody to play it. None of the people I play with play it. And a lot of people chunk them. Does anybody save them? Does anybody hold on to these? And just like keep them somewhere? Wow, one uncommon that time. And another land. Got the Fury Calm Snarl. Yeah, I have these Snarls in some of my Commander decks. Haven't eliminated them yet. You know, nor do I have resculpted them into, you know, different kinds of cards or anything. It's like we might have a list this time. Let's see what we get here. So we'll interested to see what we can put together here. And another Mythic. So an Infinity this time. Harness Infinity. Exchange your hand in your graveyard. That's a lot of cards. You better have your Reliquary tower or something for that. Okay, so for the Mythic, we got Regrowth in the Mystic Archive. Rare, the Mage Hunters, and there's our list card. The Arcbound Slith. So a few list hits here. Kind of coming down toward the end of the second row or the second column here. Uncommon Sorcery. Maelstrom Muse. Another Snow Day. And the Callous Blood Mage. That's what I get called sometimes. Putrefy and the Spiteful Squad. And then the treasure token. I didn't even notice this time. Forgot to look. but that's okay. Keep it rolling here. I got a pest token this time, so we see it. Let's see what else we get. Foil Swamp, Dragon's Approach, alright, Golden Ratio, another Callous Blood Mage, back to back. What are the chances there? Did it infuriate you? I don't know. Was it Decisive Denial? Maybe. Hard to say. Alright, I got the Fractal token. Anybody have any opinions on the TCG player CEO quitting? I was watching a video about it with Rudy today, and probably like a lot of people decided that I didn't care. There's the Dragon's Guard Elite for my rare, and a Wandering Archaic. And the Adapter and the Agonizing Remorse. Do you think the CEO had Agonizing Remorse? Hard to say. Kind of convenient I pulled that. It's kind of going right along with my dialogue here. I guess that happens sometimes. Got our token, but it's all in good spirit. So got the Necrotic Fumes. I was walking the Greenbelt the other day. I was smelling some of those. Got something shiny coming. Something shiny. The Spell Satchel. And then we have Ingenious Mastery. For a rare, a Tainted Pact. For another, Mystical Archives Mythic. And Infuriate. In the foil Mystical Archives treatment there. So what did y'all think of the Mystical Archives? Did y'all like that? Did y'all like the Japanese cards? I haven't pulled a Japanese card. I actually really like the Japanese cards. I think they're cool. I don't play with them because I don't read them and I don't know the cards well enough when I'm playing to keep them in my decks. But I think they look cool. So I like them quite a bit. Alright, there's the Cultivator. There's Emergent Sequence and the Accomplished Alchemist for our rare. Revitalize. And a Prismari Pledge Mage. So, here we go into the last column. Still waiting to pull a Japanese card. How many do we normally get out of these? Like, I've almost always gotten at least one or two out of this, out of a box. If memory serves me right, it has been a while since I've opened one of these. But it seems like I've always gotten a couple, and I haven't pulled one yet. I feel like I've gotten a lot of... My second Infuriate Calm Snarl. Third land overall. There's another double. Inquisition of Kozilek. And the Pledge Mage foil common. How many of y'all normally get? Am I behind on this? I do feel like I've gotten a lot of mythics out of the Mystical Archives. I think more than normal, but maybe not. We have a list card here this time. Let's get down there and see what we got going on. Decisive Denial and the Dramatic Finale. That's shocking. Foil Vortex Runner and a Root Runner for my second. Shoot, I went blank on that set. Kamigawa, there we go. I was going to say, geez, man. I used to play in that set. Went blank on it. There we go. It's a funny story. It was actually one of the first boxes I ever bought was that set for myself. Now, I'd bought some boxes with some friends, and we'd split them, but that was the first box I ever bought solely for myself. Snow Day again, and Vanishing Verse. So, always a good Divine Gambit, and the Pigment Storm. For the common foil there. Getting down to the last few here. So, still kind of feeling kind of blah about this box. I haven't felt like I've gotten anything exciting from it. Unless you consider these mini games exciting. There's my second rare sorcery. Which again is not super exciting. What do you guys think? Think I need an F in the comments, or is this gonna pick up? One uncommon there. Got the Sedgemoor Witch, which I actually have seen some play. the rare Swords to Plowshares and the Mystic Archives treatment. Yeah, seriously, F. Am I getting an F on this box for flunking as far as value? Did I get some playable cards? Yeah, you know. I mean, there's always playable cards, but did I get my value back? That's the real question. Like something green back there and shiny. What do y'all think? Solve the Equation. Plumb the Forbidden. There's my first borderless card. Another Elder Dragon. I got a Wither Bloom. Duress and Regrowth from Mystical Archives foil. And I feel like I've gotten a lot of foil rare Mystical Archives cards too, which is different, I guess. So maybe that's why we're doing things a little different. Maybe a list hit there. Alright, got the Outburst, the Spell Satchel again, and the Phoenix. Want. Defiant Strike, foil Professor's Warning, and the Loyal Unicorn from one of the commanders, like Commander 18s in the list. Alright, last 3 packs. Wrap it up. We're just a little over 20 minutes here. Hopefully you've been hanging around with me. Cat hung around with me, so, you know, I guess I'll take what I can get here. Let's see what we get. Got the Juke. Another Phoenix. Wow, a double hit on the Phoenix. God's willing, I'll get something good in these last couple packs. And then the uncommon sorcery there in the foil slot. Alright, maybe another foil. I'm in another list hit. Let's see what we get. Let's throw that anywhere. Lightly played, as they say. The Mage Hunter. Hall Monitor. The Dragon's Guard Elite. Again, I think this is at least my second one of these. A lot of duplication today. Thrill of Mystery. Foil. And there we go. So we got a second rare. We got the Training Grounds from Eldrazi. Rise of the Eldrazi in the list slot. Here we go. Last pack. Last chance for romance. Let's see what we can pull here. It is not too late to pull a Demonic Tutor. I will not mind. There's our token. So we're out of list hits. Already to the uncommons here. Let's see what we get. I got one more Mythic. One more Elder Dragon. My third Elder Dragon. The Pestilent Cauldron. And Village Rites. And a Star Pupil. So, feel free to leave an F for me. I know those dragons are worth a lot. I did get a lot of Mythics, even though I didn't put them necessarily in the right holes, but we'll get that all sorted. Appreciate you watching. And like, subscribe, leave a comment. Talk to you next time.